a lot of these trips include important foreign policy announcements. All of them generate stupid narratives and headlines. So let's talk about some of those because they're more fun. The first, guys, is bromance. The Daily Mail declared that bromance is in the air. President Biden was seen joking with Justin Trudeau, the Canadian Prime Minister. He was seen locking arms with French President Emmanuel Macron. Macron tweeted out a video of himself talking like super close with Biden that one Twitter user described as him looking like a coked up tech founder pitching Biden on his startup. Love it. Question for you. When did bromance enter into our lexicon?
I don't know. I do hate it.
I hate it too.
Well,
it's like a fun word for journalists who are usually pretty boring to use.
Well, I guess it's
that's how I take it.
Yes, it's just sort of like, you know, they're collegial. I think it's what's struck. Isn't it just a romance? What makes you so uncomfortable about it just being a romance? Yeah. Like it's a non-sexual. What that would be such a funny headline: non-sexual romance. Between you wouldn't say that, of course. That sounds ridiculous. Right. But that's what they mean. When they say bromance, they mean two men who do not want to have sex with other men have chemistry.
Right.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That would be hilarious.
Long headline, but that would be
Reuters. Reuters, Dateline, Paris. Non-sexual attraction seen between Biden and Macron.
So I did some quick Googling and found references to Obama bromances with Biden, John Boehner, Prince Harry, Justin Trudeau, David Cameron, Narendra Modi, David Brooks, although I think we would all agree that was more of a torrid love affair over many years. I could go on, but yes, to your point, love it. The longer headline is more apropos. Okay, also on these trips, leaders give each other gifts for some reason. The results can range from like poignant to boring to weird. So I don't know if you guys saw this. Apparently Biden gave Boris Johnson a fancy handmade bike from Philadelphia. It cost like $6,000. It was a nice thing. Boris Johnson gave Biden, quote, a framed photo of Frederick Douglass printed out from Wikipedia.
What? I didn't see that.
I always think it's
more and more people are talking about him now.
More and more. That's right.
He's getting more and more notice. I forget what that was.
It's very arrogant to give art as a gift because it's saying I want to decorate your house.
It's hard. It's a hard call.
Oh my God! Printed out from Wikipedia.
Are you thinking about a specific piece of art that you were given as a gift?
No comment.
Because I am. Now I am.
I titled this section "Age is Just a Number." So, like symbolism, public diplomacy, they're a big part of every foreign trip. I try to get out of that one fast. In the UK, a critical piece of that is President Biden's visit with the Queen. Biden became the 12th president to meet with the Queen, and he said she reminded him of his mother, which I enjoyed because Biden is 78 and she is 95.
Maybe in Hollywood she could play the mother. Hey, Tommy, you were given a gift of a work of art. Where did you hang it in your house?
In my home.
Mm-hmm. Where? Somewhere prominent?
In my office.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Last thing. Every foreign trip involves a fight over press access. In one case, I remember an Obama foreign trip. Robert Gibbs almost got his foot broken by a bunch of folks in, I think, the India's security services who are trying to lock our press out. That's a good version of the fight. The bad version of the fight is when reporters complain that they can't cover stuff. So right now, as of my count, the press seem pissed that Biden and Putin aren't doing a joint press conference. I think Biden's doing one solo because the last joint press conference with Putin in Helsinki went so well for America. They're also mad that they didn't get access to Biden's inspection of the honor guard at Windsor Castle. And this morning, they're pissed that Turkey put out a readout of the Biden-Erdogan bilateral meeting faster than the Biden team. All of this, frankly, is like normal and probably a good push and pull. But it reminded me of one of my favorite moments from the 2012 campaign when a Mitt Romney foreign trip moment went viral. Let's play a clip.
Romney!
Some of the mishaps on your trip.
Governor Romney, do you have a statement for the Palestinians?
What about your gaffes?
Governor Romney, do you feel that your gaffes have overshadowed your foreign trip?
Sight to the poor people. Show some respect. Governor Romney, just show some respect.
We haven't had another chance to ask him questions.
This is a holy site for the Polish people. Show some respect.
That's a Romney flack telling the press to shut up because it's a holy site. Sorry, John.
However many views that clip has on YouTube, I am about 70% of them. It is my favorite. And I never in my life have I been more on Mitt Romney's side than on that clip. and he's just trying to walk away. What about your gaffes?
So,
what a question. What about your
I
gaffes?
love that.
What
but
about your gaffes?
I do think, like, shout out to is that Ashley Parker?
It is Ashley Parker. We've talked to Ashley about it before. She's a good sport about it. It was Ashley Parker and Phil Rucker was the other one too.
Because what about your gas became the question, but the comedy of that question really does rely on the very specific kind of full question that Ashley shouts. Like, it's like a full question. It's not just a shout, it's a question. And then, oh, what about your gaffes? It's the best. It's the best.
And then also, do you think that your gaffes have overshadowed your foreign trip? What answer are you expecting to that? Yes. Yes, they have.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Based on
this
has been
100% overshadowed by my gaffes, which you have.
This is a holy sight for the Polish people.
These trips are a high wire act. So far, I think Biden's doing pretty well. I mean, look, not all of the deliverables that activists and policy folks want to see out of every summit, but again, it's the first one. So, look, for a guy known for a lot of gaffes, we have not seen a lot of Biden gaffes.
Well, it's also, I mean, the big difference in this foreign trip, just like everything else in the Biden presidency, is sort of like the low expectations that Donald Trump set for him, right? Like, looking at the news over the last week, it's like, oh, there's not like something fucking crazy every few minutes about the United States president going overseas, which is what happened when Trump went over there. It was just sort of quiet, which is good.
And it's like, yeah, I mean, right. It's like, as Joe Biden would say, don't judge me against the almighty, judge me against the alternative. It is nice not having a president threatening to exit NATO.
Yeah, the previous almighty made headlines at one of these events by punching the president of Montenegro, I think. So, yeah, Biden's stepping over a low bar here, but good for him. So.
Well, Tommy, you make a good point. When they go Montenegro, we really have to go.
Not
doing it. But you make these kinds of ridiculous foreign policy stories have been around for a long time. And so now it's time for a game. International travel. It's an opportunity to experience new cultures and Google local tipping practices. For reporters and administration officials like Tommy Vietor, it's a chance to wander exhausted and bleary-eyed through various European conference spaces, remnants of Ambien molecules fighting a desperate Leningrad-like battle against fresh caffeine in the bloodstream, while trying to figure out how to make sense of what amounts to 75% of the president's job and 1% of the country's attention. The result is nuanced and substantive coverage of the delicate dance of diplomacy plus genuine nonsense. So let's focus on that in a game we call The World Is Not Enough. Here's how it works. I'm going to ask you both questions about the most absurd moments of foreign trips past. Tommy, I'll start with you. In a scandal dubbed Obamagate, President Barack Obama was accused of leering at a young woman at the G8. He was exonerated when the video clearly showed that that was misleading and was not true at all, but it did not exonerate the person with whom President Obama was standing, who wasn't absolved by the video footage in the same incident.
Was it Sarkozy?
It was. It was French President Nicolas Sarkozy, who it seemed to have been actually leering. John, over to you. Quote, "It was a mutual and spontaneous display of affection," a Buckingham Palace spokesman said. "We don't issue instructions on not touching the Queen." John, who touched the Queen?
Michelle Obama?
It was Michelle Obama. You got it. Tommy. In 2013, the world was rocked when President Obama took a selfie at a memorial service. Who was memorialized? And bonus, with who was the selfie taken?
Nelson Mandela's funeral. Oh my God. Fuck, I'm gonna throw a dart at a Nordic country. Estonia?
No.
I know that's not Nordic.
Was it the wife of the Dutch PM? Or was it the Dutch PM?
It was the Danish Prime Minister, Helle Thorning-Schmidt. And who? There's one other person in that pick.
Oh, I don't know that.
There's British Prime Minister David Cameron.
Oh my God. I should have stuck with my guns and not swerved to Estonia. That's on me.
John.
It's the Ambien.
The Estonian, it's tough for the Estonian leader to get in that kind of selfie. John,
you're right. Who
rubbed whose back at the G8 in 2006?
George W. Bush, Angela Merkel.
One of the weirdest fucking things. It's a really uncomfortable video. It was
photos
like he
of her,
where he was. She's like, get your
"Ah."
fucking arms. I'm the Chancellor of Germany. Do you know what we do when we get mad? And finally, because it's Pride, Tommy and John, my no homo major domos. In 2009, Obama gave Queen Elizabeth II an iPod loaded with songs from classic American musicals. Name one. Name one fucking song from a classic American musical that was on the iPod.
That was on the iPod?
John, you first.
I don't know.
Name a song from. Name a classic
Something
American.
from Cats? Memory from Cats?
Wait.
Is that right?
It was on there. Tommy,
yes!
you're going to have to guess one. Name
that
one
might be the
song.
only song from any musical that I know.
It's unbelievable that they got that on there. Honestly, it shouldn't even be there. Shame on them for putting it on there. Name one classic musical song.
521,600.
Is that right?
Seasons of Love was on there.
No
Seasons
way!
of Love from Rent was on there. Very proud of you. Some
Tommy,
other
wow.
songs. Oklahoma. There's no business like show business from Annie Get Your Gun. Some Enchanted Evening from South Pacific. Everything's Coming Up Roses from Gypsy. And If I Were a Rich Man, Zero Mostel from Fiddler on the Roof. Very excited to see that there.
Hey, Love, before we end, I just want to thank Congressman Ronnie Jackson for the pills on these foreign trips and the memories. You kept me up. You put me down. You were there for me before you became a total MAGA lunatic. So thank you for the pills and the memories and the erased memories because of the pills.
Shout out Ronnie Jackson. Leave it in. You lifted Tommy
leave
up.
it all in.